Hi, I'm Matt. Welcome to Unbearable 73. Welcome to part 4 of my San Diego Comic-Con Amazoff Rings of Prime trailer reaction. So we got another scene I want to talk about here. These are the last sections, basically, we're going to cover. Okay, so if I had to hazard a guess, this scene occurs right after that scene we talked about earlier where the elves were on the boat. In this trailer, they were on the boat looking at the sun. Then the scene in the other trailer, the birds suddenly got disturbed and flew away. And this was like a boat's been sunk and they're in the water. If I had to hazard a guess, this occurs maybe a minute or two after that scene those scenes on the boat. Right? And for the last bit. Okay. So for the Balrog, as you just saw, because that's going to make this whole thing good, right? After the War of Wrath, the few surviving Balrogs hid deep beneath the earth. In terms of the Legendarium, they're why modern people have the image of demons that they do, looking like Balrogs. Presumably one or more of these Balrogs were encountered sometime in the 4th or 5th age where more modern people could keep a record of them. In canon, which they have the license to, in this case, which is mentioned there, because this is mentioned in the appendix in at least 2 places, the Balrog was awakened in the mines of Moria by either the dwarves delving too deep for new veins of ore, or the reemergence of Sauron and his power in the 3rd Age in 1980. So if I had to hazard a guess for what they're going to use the Balrog for in this show, someone's going to go deep underground in Moria and encounter the Balrog, but for some reason it's not going to emerge, or they're going to encounter one of the other Balrogs, which are hiding underground, and maybe there'll be a fight where they kill it or something. I don't know. But honestly, at no point during the secondary, or even no point in the Second Age, in the secondary or tertiary canons, canon materials, do the Balrogs have the Balrogs doing anything? So this is something entirely made up by the people on this show. Okay, so that's the review of the trailer. It's got a couple of final thoughts here. You know, I've watched this trailer several times, but after the first time, I literally got sick. I had a sour stomach for the entirety of the next day. Tolkien's Legendarium not only has personal meaning to me, but it's a work of English culture. It's a gift to the world. Other cultures have similar products, like, for example, Journey to the West from medieval China, I believe, or post-medieval China, or the Epic of Gilgamesh from Mesopotamia. These are works of fantasy that are tied into a culture's religious and mythological background, even back when they were written, whether they were written about 5,000 years ago or 300 years ago. This show is an affront, but I don't think the executives at Amazon care. They prefer that this show succeed, but I think they're just feeding it to the woke-tistas. What the Amazoff executives want is the billions of dollars of profit that will result if they successfully get the license for the Lord of the Rings itself, which Warner currently has. To be specific, the Lord of the Rings is one book, and the things that occur within the context of that book. This should more properly be called, if it were being done as a respectful adaptation, J.R.R. Tolkien's Rings of Power. Or the Tolkien Legendarium Rings of Power, or J.R.R. Tolkien's Second Age will be a more accurate title. Not that I want that, because I personally don't want the professors to be associated with this garbage. But anyway, as we approach the premiere of Amazoff's foul birthday gift to the professor in about 6 weeks, you don't increase diversity by dividing the existing material into a pool of smaller parts. You increase it by adding more to the pool. Instead, more funding should be done to make the works based on things like Journey to the West, or of the Dine Bahane, which is the Navajo creation myth, which has a lot of cool stuff in there. Perhaps more of the 1001 Arabian Nights from a Middle Eastern sort of tale that people would have heard of. Or any number of the hundreds and thousands of epics, folk tales, myths, stories, fantasy novels based on those, and so on, set around the world. We need real diversity, not events depicted in some episodes as events that were depicted as if they were on an episode of South Park that's mocking the world. Comment down below if you have any questions for me about this video or about Tolkien stuff. Please share your thoughts. Share this video if you enjoyed it. or if you just were informed at least. Like if you like, dislike if you dislike. Sorry if I'm a bit disjointed. I just watched this trailer again, just annoyed the hell out of me. Subscribe if you want to hear more from me. My name is Matt. This has been Unbearable 73. Have a nice day. I am out of here.